When Mr. and Mrs. Marshall died suddenly in a car accident, their 3 children, Amelia, Riley, and Jason, were left shattered. The Marshalls were respected, hardworking, and had built a strong legacy, multiple rental properties, a booming construction supply company, and a large savings account meant to secure their children's future. But standing quietly at the funeral was a man who had been waiting for such a moment for years, Uncle Victor Marshall, Amelia's father's older brother. Victor acted devastated, hugging the children, telling them he would be their guardian, promising to protect them. But beneath his comforting voice and forced smiles was wickedness and greed so deep it had eaten him for decades. He had always envied his younger brother's success, and now that tragedy had struck, he saw an opportunity to take everything. A week after the burial, he gathered the children and made a bold announcement: "Your father put me in charge of everything before he died. All properties, all accounts, and all businesses fall under my management now." Amelia, the oldest at 24, did not trust him for a second. His sudden confidence, his unexplained new wristwatch, and the way he constantly sneaked into their father's study told her he was up to something. She decided not to challenge him yet. Instead, she whispered to her siblings, "Don't argue with him. We watch him silently." And just as she suspected, his true colors started showing fast. Within a month, Uncle Victor fired almost half the employees from the construction supply company and replaced them with friends who had no experience. Money started disappearing from the business accounts. He began selling equipment and pocketing the cash. He even tried to convince the children to move out of their parents' mansion, temporarily, claiming he needed to renovate it, yet everyone knew he planned to put the house up for sale secretly. When Riley questioned him one evening, Victor slammed the table and shouted, "I am the head of this family now. You have no right to question me." Fear gripped Jason and Riley, but Amelia's anger transformed into iron determination. Late that night she gathered her siblings and said, "We are going to destroy him the same way he is trying to destroy us, quietly, cleverly, and completely." They devised a plan. Amelia took charge of gathering legal documents. Riley began secretly recording Victor whenever he threatened or lied. Jason, the most tech-savvy, accessed the company's old digital archives and security system. What they discovered was worse than they expected: forged signatures, illegal property listings, and bank transactions where Victor transferred company funds into his personal account. But the real turning point came when Amelia met privately with her parents' lawyer. That was when she learned that her father had left a will, one that clearly stated all properties belonged strictly to Amelia, Riley, and Jason. Their uncle was not mentioned anywhere. The lawyer revealed something shocking. Victor had bribed a junior clerk at the law office to hide the original will so the children would never find it. Amelia left the office with a cold smile. "He thinks he has won. He has no idea what we are about to do." For the next 2 months, the siblings played along. They acted scared, obedient, and unaware of anything. Victor became bolder, greedier, more careless. He listed the mansion for sale without telling them. He withdrew thousands from the company's account every week. He started calling himself the Marshall family chairman, insisting people address him with respect. But while he bragged, the children built a mountain of evidence. Amelia secured the original will. Riley organized every recording. Jason created a full digital archive of Victor's fraud, including timestamps, CCTV clips, and copies of illegal transactions. Then came the perfect moment. Victor invited business associates and friends for a celebration dinner at the Marshall mansion. He claimed he was about to finalize a huge deal, the sale of the property. He drank, laughed, and bragged loudly about becoming the new leader and how the Marshall Empire would soon be fully under his command. That was the moment the children walked in. The room fell silent. "What are you 3 doing here?" Victor demanded, annoyed. Amelia stepped forward, calm and fearless. "We came to congratulate you," she said softly. Victor smirked proudly, raising his glass. "Ah, good. You're finally learning to respect authority." Amelia's face hardened. "No, we came to congratulate you on the downfall that begins tonight." Victor's hand froze midair. Riley placed a flash drive on the table. Every illegal sale, every fraudulent transfer, every secret deal, every forged document, every threat, "You've been recorded." Jason added, and not just recorded. We've already sent copies to the police, the board of directors, and the family lawyer. Amelia then handed him the original will. Dad never left anything to you. Everything belongs to us. You tried to steal what wasn't yours, and tonight it ends. Victor's face turned pale. He stuttered, Amelia, wait, let's talk privately. No, she snapped. You didn't want to talk when you were stealing from us. Guests whispered, shocked. Some even began filming him. Within 20 minutes, police officers walked into the mansion. Victor, shaking and sweating, was arrested in front of everyone. The charges were heavy: property fraud, forgery, embezzlement, and attempted estate theft. But it didn't end there. When the news spread, Victor's creditors, people he owed thousands from years of gambling, came after him too. They seized everything he personally owned. His wife left him. His business partners cut ties. His reputation dissolved overnight like ash in the wind. Meanwhile, Amelia, Riley, and Jason regained full control of their parents' empire. They restored the construction business, rehired the loyal workers, and stabilized all accounts. Within a year, the company's profit doubled. One quiet morning, the siblings visited their parents' graves. Amelia placed flowers and whispered, "We protected everything you worked for, and the man who tried to destroy us destroyed himself instead." They held hands, stronger and more united than ever. And Uncle Victor, he spent the rest of his life realizing one bitter truth: the children he underestimated were the ones who brought him to ruin.